We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone, welcome to the second lecture of CPD. Today we will talk about the unit number 4, that is contributors vision of career. Wait a minute, I will share the screen. Okay, the contributors vision of career, we have the unit number 4, and let's see the terms which is used here. The contributors vision of career, an acquisitive career and a contributive career. Learn to distinguish between an acquisitive career and a contributive career. An acquisitive career is one in which the career seeker is focused on acquiring higher position, higher salary, more benefits, etc. This preoccupation with selfish interest often damages the individual's career and equally important damages to organization and society. A contributive career is one where the career seeker is focused on contributing, with the rewards being byproduct of the contribution made. Here you have two type of term which is used: an acquisitive career and an contributive career. An acquisitive career belongs to non-contributors and a contributive career belongs to contributors. An acquisitive career means the career seeker is focusing on acquiring higher position, higher perks, higher salary and benefits. They are thinking about that only. They are self-interest taking in his or her own career, and that's why they always damages the individual's career or growth. They damages the organization and the society. While a contributive career is one where the career seeker is focused on contributing with rewards by product and contribution made. Means contributive career have the wide thinking area. They always focused on the organization's overall growth rather than their personal growth. They will think about the organization's development rather than his or her personal development. We will see about the example. Here we have the first example: the non-contributor job applicant with an acquisitive vision of career and the contributor job applicant with the contributive vision of career. You can see here, then in first example, then what non-contributor person is thinking, that does this job offer the high salary, high perk, holiday and incentive? The non-contributor job applicant chooses a job only based on the monetary rewards and material benefits it offers result. Just because the money is good, she may end up taking the job where the quality of work does not match up with her competence level. Means non-contributor have the capacity, sometimes they have the inner strength and ability to work more, to work hard, but because they are getting the good salary, they are not trying for the new opportunities. So like this way they are damages themselves and as well as their organization also. They are not thinking about the productive work or quality work of uh, uh, in that thing, right? Here in contributive job applicant, he or she is thinking that opportunities to face a new challenges and develop new skills, because here, while the contributor job applicant chooses the job based on the opportunity rather than they are focusing on the high salary and power position. She takes up the positive step forward to overall profession development. She and he or she will think that if I will taking this job, will I get the more opportunities to grow myself as well as my country, nation and the organization. So the wide thinking about the development or the workplace or organization we can see in contributor job applicant only. In second example, we can see that the non-contributor technician with an acquisitive vision of career, the contributor technician with an contributive vision of career. Non-contributor technician, what he is thinking, that I can only work in the field that I have been trained in. Means he or she has the limited criteria in which they will work. They don't want to come forward from their comfort zone. He and she will think only that I will do only that kind of work in which I have gained the degree or I have done the training. Other things they will not accept, even though they will be getting benefited for that, they will not do that. The non-contributor technician is willing to work only in the specific domain in which he is trained. Thus, even if new assignment or good job opportunities come up in the area that requires other skills, he does not take them up. They are not accepting that challenge. If they are getting the new opportunities, but they are thinking that I don't have the training of particular work, I will not accept that. So like that, they are losing their they damages themselves and as well as the society and the nation. Here contributor technician with a contributive vision of career, the contributive technician is willing to learn whatever is necessary. He or she is thinking that whatever is necessary to develop my own stamina, my own ability, my own talent, and the society and my organization work, I will ready to accept and I will do everything which is needed for it. So this kind of approach we can see in contributive technician. Here in non-contributive technician, we don't have that kind of approach. Third example, the non-contributor worker with an acquisitive vision of career, the contributor worker of contributive vision. I can do some things well. Don't ask me to do new things. That is not a part of my job description. Means they don't want to come forward from their comfort zone. This non-contributor worker wants to work only in the areas she is comfortable in. She is afraid of doing any new description result. She gets stuck in the same kind of work, some kind of roles, same kinds of job. Soon her work becomes routine and boring because they don't want to try something new. They don't want to take the challenges new. So their work is limited, their thinking is limited, and very soon it will be routine and it will be boring for them and it will not productive one. Here, the non-contributor worker is always eager to try out a new kinds of work and it is interested to learn new skills and gain the knowledge. Means here, the contributor worker is always eager to accept the new challenges and with the help of new challenges, he or she can achieve a good goal and he and she can expand their much more opportunities and much more career. Here we have the fourth example, the non-contributor executive with an acquisitive vision of career and the contributive executive with the contributive vision of career. Career advancement means more money, more power, more position. Being promoted means I need to also build my capabilities, leadership skills, etc. so that I can contribute even more in the bigger position. The non-contributor acquisitive executive seeks to advance his career by getting more money, more power, more position. They are focusing on only a materialistic things. They have the importance of only their power position, their money, their salary, incentive, and all that things. While the contributor acquisitive career, they have the wider and deeper contribution of their lives. More and more people get the advancement, and they want to be increase and expertise and develops the capabilities and their inner growth and capability take on more responsibilities they are taking, and they are giving the full dedication towards their work to gain to develop their organization's overall growth. They are thinking more and more. Now we will talk about the next unit. Unit number 5, we will talk about the scope of contribution. In every work, every role, there is a possibility of contributing at multiple levels, contributing to self, contributing to organization, and contributing to society. Explore how you can contribute at multiple levels career. Means the contributor have, here we also have the two terms, that is acquisitive for self and contribution for self. Here acquisitive for self means you are thinking about the limited criteria. You are thinking, you are not able to think apart from their, apart from your comfort zone. Scope of contribution means you have to work in multiple level. You have to accept the multiple level task in which the organization are going to develop. For organization, whatever the work is needed, you have to accept that, and you cannot deny that this kind of work I cannot do because I don't have this kind of training, so I will not do that. You should be multiple tasker. You should be accept all the works at the multiple levels. So scope of contribution means you have to be contribution to self rather than acquisition to self. We will discuss with the example more. The non-contributor auto rickshaw driver whose contribution in work is limited. I have to take one more passenger to the railway station. This routine route is always so crowded, it is so boring. The non-contributor auto rickshaw driver treats this passenger as just another uh, bhada or business fare, like so many others whom he takes day and day. And result, he is not interested in his passenger, their needs and his works, nothing more than way to earn the living. Means he is doing or she is doing the routine work. For them, passenger is not important, just money is important. And here in contributor auto rickshaw driver, this route is crowded. I must find faster route to reach a passenger to the railway station in time, because for them customer is important. They have to catch the train by time. So I need to search a faster route to get the destination. So here for contributor auto rickshaw driver, passenger is more important, and in non-contributor auto rickshaw driver, they have the only money is important. So this is the first example. Let us look for the second one. The non-contributor general manager whose contribution in work is limited. As general manager, I have so many worries. I lead many people and take many decisions. As general manager, I have many responsibility to lead my people, take decision. I need to develop myself so that I am worthy of great responsibilities. Contributive general manager is always connected with their team and team members, while non-contributor always thinking that the people who are working under me, they don't know anything, and I have to worried about that, and I have to instruct that them that what type of work they will do. The non-contributor general manager goes about the work activities in routine manner. He feels burdened by the duties. He is not getting anything out of effort because he is doing the same activities which they are doing regularly. so it will be boring soon. And while the contributor general manager tries to systematically develop his capability to handle large responsibilities, and he makes his or her own work effective or interesting one. So the work will also be done and the enjoyment also they can get. The third example, non-contributor salesperson whose contribution work is limited. I have to meet this month's sales target somehow. I have to meet this month's sales target, but my main goal is to build a new network, long-term customer relation for my company. My target is not limited for 1 month or 2 months, but I have to maintain the customer relationship for a long time. So this is the long-term aim that I have to fulfill. That is contributors' vision of approach. And your non-contributor is thinking about the 1 month target, that this month I will do, next month we will see what happened. So while you are thinking in limited area, you are not liable sometimes to your job. You also sometimes don't make the relationship with the customer anymore. You are not taking seriously them, and you are in whatever the ways you are getting the target. So sometimes it damages his or her own career and or an organization also. Then the last example, the non-contributor businessman whose contribution in work is limited. I'm setting up a new semantic factory. I must make profitable because I am setting up the this kind of business. So it should be profitable at any cost or at any ways. The new cement factory I am setting up must be catalyst for social and economic development in the area. It should also environmentally sustainable. Means I should take care of about the environment, about the area in which people are living, and I should think about the social and economic development of the country also. Then and then I can say I am a contributor businessman. Let's talk about the unit number 6, embarking on the journey of contributorship. Explore how you can embark on the journey to contributorship using the fundamental building blocks for becoming a contributor. The first building block being a shift from victim to being a creator of one's destiny. The second building block being a acceptance of ideal of contributionship. And third building block being a willingness to take a full responsibility of one's own development. Fourth building block being a capacity to reflect on one's development and make appropriate modification. Here we have been given the building blocks one by one. In first building block, shift from victim to a creator of one's destiny. It means that don't be a victim of circumstances, but try to work hard and try to make your own destiny. Don't give the excuses that I did work hard, but the paper checker didn't give me much marks, or because my health is not good, so I cannot write the paper well, or that type of excuses. Don't give up, but make your own creator. Don't be a victim one, right? So this is the first building block. Second building block being a acceptance of ideal contributorship, means the role model you have to morally you have to accept and follow that, and you just ideal contributorship you just cultivate it into your personality, and then you just move forward. The third building block being a willingness to take a full responsibility for one's own development, means you are destinator one. You should make your own career. You should make your own development and take a full responsibility to make your own career and your own life and development to from yourself and from your society both. The fourth building block becoming the capacity to reflect one's development and make appropriate modification. For modification, whatever is needed for you and for the society and for the people, make it necessary, and Once development, you whatever the changes you will going to do, you can, and then you can make your own career as well as your country and organization's growth both. Let's see the example. The non-contributor employee who act as a victim of circumstances. I will be able to achieve this only if you give me support and the right condition to succeed. Otherwise, what can I do? Means if the company will not supported me, then I will do nothing because I'm a victim of the circumstances. So in this situation, I cannot do anything. If the contributor employee will be there, what he or she will think that this goal needs to be achieved, so I will achieve it. I will find ways to deal with any challenges. Means there are lots of challenges we can see towards our career, but I will try to achieve new things and new area in which I can get the success. The non-contributor customer service executive who act as a victim of circumstances. The contributor customer service executive who act as a creator of his destiny. This is such a new and complex service that I have to help the customer with. I have never done this before. Will I be able to answer all the question and customer? What if they ask something I don't know? How will I deal with? Means the non-contributor always afraid to accept the new challenges. They will think that if the customer will ask something, that type of information that I don't know, then what happened? While the contributor customer service executive, what he is thinking that there is a first time for everything. I must try out different ways of talking about the service to customer. At the most, I will fail a few times before I succeed. Non-contributor secretary who act as a victim of circumstances, and contributor secretary who act as a creator of destiny. My boss is really inconsiderate. This company also does not look at my convenience. All because of them, my son is doing badly in school. He had also got into bad company. Because of them, they don't have time to discipline my son. We are only have the excuses why we are not getting the good result. So don't focus on the result. Just try to work hard. Just try to make a new way to fulfill your work. I must more efficiently so that I finish my work on the time. Can I leave time to spend more with my son? Then I can help in the studies and also get the tuition teacher and necessary with love and attention for this problem. This kind of approach we can see only in contributor person. In non-contributor, they have the excuses only. They don't have the new challenges and new ideas. Non-contributor poor man who act as a victim of circumstances. The contributor poor man who act as a creator of destiny. I am poor without others' help. How can I survive? Because I am a poor. I don't have anything. I cannot earn, right? Physically they are fit, but they don't want to earn, and that's why they are poor and they have the excuse. So that they never try for the new things. I'm poor, but I can learn shoe shining. This way I can earn the money. Means let's do some work and get the money, earn the money. And because I have the school, I have the skill, I have to feed my family, I should work hard. So excuses will not be there for the uh, contributor, and excuses will be there in the non-contributorship. Thank you.